19 drivers is still in play for the championship hunt in this season 3. But we're now here at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, round 11 of 14 of the IWTR World Series season 3. I'm still your host and your commentator pal here, as today it is the one of the most crucial day of any of these 19 drivers, as they are still looking for their first, or maybe even their second, some of them, their second world championship. But yeah, it is quite the historical track, the Temple Speed, the Tifosis. They're ready to cheer their drivers, either it's Azerbaijan or Walter Wagner, to get into the front and take home the win for their home circuit. But it's not just the Tifosi and the Ferrari that are in the title hunts. There's also a lot more drivers that's still on track to win, to try and win this championship. But there's only 4 rounds left to go. I would dare say that it will be the most tight battle that we will see in IWTR history. But we've seen some tight battles in the championship hunts already in the last 2 seasons. This one is going to be even more exciting. I hope that it will bring us some actions here in the Temple Speed. But now let's have a look, talk about the most exciting part. It is not really the most exciting part, but it's the track info. It is actually our first time visiting the historic Monza Circuit. It's located at the city of Monza, north of Milan, Italy. It is a 5.79 kilometer circuit, or 3.6 miles, 11 corners, 4 to the left and 7 to the right. It is just only straight chicane, another straight chicane, a couple of more corners, then another straight, and then another chicane, and rounding out with a big right hand corner at the Parabolica. And it's, like I said, it is the Temple of Speed, as the Tifosi says. F1, they have visited here since its inception in 1950 through 1979, until they skipped 1 year to go to the Imola for the 1980 Italian Grand Prix, and then they come back to Monza once again in 1981, and still to this day they still race at this track for the Italian Grand Prix. It has such an rich history to this track. Nobody has any experience onto this track before until they hit up on Friday to have a test on this track. As we see, and when we'll see the qualifying results and for starting grid, I hopefully that it is gonna be quite a wow one for heavy drivers and such. But meanwhile, let's have a look at the championship update for both the drivers and constructors championship. Drivers championship wise, like I said, 19 drivers still in play for the championship. If you could see on the standings right now, green indicates that means you're still in the championship fight, but red means you're mathematically out of the championship hunt. But as we see there, Sepp Plebs just having a quite a race there at the Turkish Grand Prix. He scored a podium last race. He scores 3rd, which that moves him up to first now, the leading man in the championship, but only just 10 points in front of Mitch Johnson, who poorly had a really messed up race at the last round. He didn't score any points. He only scored 18th place for last race. But the other Sauber, Premier Pelch, is also playing a little bit of catch-up game. He scored 2nd place also with the fastest lap, but the fastest lap doesn't get the point though. But still, he is 80 points, which is 33 points behind Sepp Plebs. And then also we have Azerbaijan. We also have Panos Glazos also in the play as well after his win at Turkish Grand Prix. And then Argentina Bivona, Livin Pasalic, Tin Anderson, and also Simon Witt. they're also still in play for the championship hunt. And then you could see Luca Farina and the rest of the pack, from Luca Farina onwards to Dylan Hope, they still have a title shot. But then you could see that Seth and Kaya, the only man that has yet to score a top 5 maybe, but he already scored a top 10 though, but he's out of the championship hunt, as seen now. As you can see, also Mihaly Sevak, the departed driver. Then you also see the rookies driver, Jafari Blackwood and Slavko. They didn't really have a good start to their IWTR career, but they sure is gonna take these 5 races to take for the learning curves of this series and all those cars and such. But yeah, the points are really close for these guys. And meanwhile, in the Constructors' Championship, it is just getting a lot tighter, as we're seeing from the last round at Turkey. And you could see there, Red Bull, which is only in front of Sauber by only just 2 points for the championship hunt. And you could also see that they are way further in front of any other team. But with McLaren also making up a little bit of, didn't score any points though, which they stay at 119, but they've been catch up by Ferrari as well, by Azerbaijan, who scored a points finish. Plus with Force India, they also score points as well. You can see that on the midfield team, they all score the points, but except there you could see Williams and Mercedes that didn't score any points at all at the Turkish Grand Prix, which that could halted their situations a little bit. But I mean, for Mercedes, Adiabak is still the only one that could still in the title hunt, but that's gonna take some really lucky moments there for them to push up and still have a title shot. But then you could see also Williams as well, the new driver Slavko Drobozarjevic. He's still in a learning curve, he's still a rookie. But then also you could see that Dylan Hope, he has more experience in the car, more than Drobozarjevic. He better gets it on to fight for the championship. But I think he's probably out to the points anyway, but still, there is still about 172 points in play for the Constructors' Championship, because the maximum amount of points that you could score in one round is 43 points, which that means first place gets 25, second place gets 18, which that plus into 43 points. But that's gonna take quite a lot of work around it to get into the front for both Williams and Mercedes. And you can see all the bottom pack as well, Manor and Lotus, they also need a miracle here for them. And then that's it for the championship updates. No news on this circuit, as we've seen that Simon Witt, that he's still using the quadrant helmet livery, and then nothing else of news comes up. So let's have a look for the starting grid and the formation lap of the Italian Grand Prix. Like we see there, you can see a lot of fans coming on the grandstand. Either it's on the chicane the front stretch grandstand, and maybe on the Ascari chicane, as you can see right there. It is gonna be quite a historical moment here for the IWTR series. That's because these all cars rounds out of the grid. Let's have a look for the starting grid. Azerbaijan in the title fight, as we said. He lines up pole position today, and then alongside him is Simon Witt, doing really decent team there for the Faenza team. He really just putting a lot of works on his car, and then just put that car in the front row of the grid. And then Jafari Blackwood, the rookie, who just only been in this series for only just 2 races, including this race. Jafari Blackwood, he's lined up at the second row, which he's in front of one of the title contenders, which is Freeman Pilch, who's currently in 3rd place right now in the championship. And then you also have Mitch Johnson there in 2nd place, in 5th, lines up 5th on the grid here. And then you can see also Zlatko Dobrozaljevic, he's also doing pretty decently here at the tempo speed. He starts 6th today. Flonje Wilson and Henry Japran, they both lines up 7 and 8 in row 4. Row 5 is Walter Wagner and the championship leader Seb Plebs. And then also Tim Anderson and Luca Farina, they will lines up in row 6. There still could be a chance of getting into the front of the pack in terms of the championship, but they need quite a miracle there to get through to that point. Akatini Bivona, Sepp Plebs' teammate, he drops back to 6th place after Turkish Grand Prix. He did score points, but it wasn't quite enough to keep him the 4th place spot. That's it, I would say. And then Zedek Gaia lines up 14th place. Not really good for Mercedes, but I think that probably is the furthest that he could go. Dylan Hope will lines up 15th place. Matthew Falcon will lines up 16th in row 8. Row 9 is Noah Tuamela for the Mauritius team. And then Panos Glazos really off the pace here at the tempo of speed. Livin Pasalic and Adia Baggers for rounding out the top 20. And there he goes. Every car's lined up now into the straight, now into the historic Parabolica corner. As we see, a lot of drivers could make up some grounds here, as this is quite a high, I would say at the high downforce track, because not really high downforce, but it's low downforce, because you need a lot of straight line speeds through this corner. As you can see, a lot of straights in this track. So we'll see a lot of passing here, there's a lot of side-by-side actions, maybe developing into this race. And here it goes. Every car is lined up on the grid. It is championship deciding moments here. It's not really a championship deciding moments yet, but it could be the most crucial part of the season. Whoever scores the win, gonna have a lot of big advantage there. And oh, what the hell is going on there? The medical car, what on earth are you doing? Every car's lined up. It is 5 lights here at the Monza Circuit. We're green for the Italian Grand Prix for the IWTR World Football Series. Sora Petrojan gets a decent start there coming off the grid, and you could see there already 4 wide packing at the front. They're gonna have to be careful in this rectification chicane. You could see a lot of wings on the track, and that might include Zep Plebs. And you can see all the other guys, they're still going through. The front guys are doing fine. There's Zorbijan, but you can see Vit trying to find a gap there. Down the inside he goes, and then you can see Jafari Blackwood making it a 3 wide here into the Rochier chicane. Jafari Blackwood now up to 2nd place. Vit drops back 1 position, but there you can see, is that Sepp Plebs that just lost a wing? Yes, it is! The championship leader, he's having the same fate as Mitch Johnson back in the Turkish Grand Prix. There's, oh my goodness, mate, Livin Pasalic almost spinning around, but we better look back at the Rectifilia chicane. There's a lot of carnage there. You can see Sepp Plebs, he's on the inside, but then he hits, I think, Tim Anderson, and you can see a wing flying fest there on the Rectifilia chicane. And then you can see all the other guys just trying to get some room here to get through, but then you can see, oh, Matthew Falcon spins out as well, but he didn't quite any damage though. But he dropped back to last there. Panos Glazos, another crucial moment for him. Livin Pasalic as well. All the title hopes maybe going down in smoke now. But still, it's only 4 rounds left to go, but it is really crucial for these 3 contenders. But man, 3 guys already going out. But can they make up grounds here if they already picked it? But you can see Story Petrojan in the great position here to try to make up grounds. But then Jafari Blackwood with 2nd place, a rookie, is on the roll here. And you can see the Williams now on alongside of the Force India round. Dobrzajevic is being under attack there. Flanger Wilson throws it at the parabolic corner. Wasn't quite enough, but here he goes now. It's going to be a drafting fest here. Here you can see now Mitch Johnson round the outside of his teammate. No, I don't think that wasn't enough. But that's 3 wide, almost another one. 3 wide into the Rettifilio chicane. Makes contact with Luca Farina. He's making up a lot of grounds here. He started 12. Oh, big slide there for Dobrzajevic. And then Wagner now rounds the outside, trying to make up grounds here. And you can see Luca Farina round the outside on a Curva Grande on Flanger Wilson. Now it's back to the inside into the Rogier chicane. Yep, he makes it through into 7th place. A lot of big tank slapper there, and you can see Slacko. Ooh, what a start there. We have 21 laps of action here at the Monza Circuit, the historic Monza Circuit. But now Simon Witt. He has the slipstream on Jafari Blackwood. He's going for it. He's going down the inside on the Ascari chicane. Makes contact. Blackwood still hangs on. Stays in 2nd place. But then you can see Prem and Pilch on the backside. Witt trying to overtake Blackwood. And Pilch trying to take Witt 3 wide into the Parabolica. It's not going to work. But Witt now into 2nd place, but then you could see Blackwood and Pilt has the slipstream into the front stretch. And here we go now. Blackwood battles it again. There you can see behind there the Mercedes are actually making up a lot of grounds there. And here goes Blackwood round the outside. He goes Witt, not giving up just yet, but he has to give in and wait until the Curva Grande corner. Let's have a look on board with him now. Round the outside, he goes into the Curva Grande. It's now going to turn into the inside and Roger chicane. Down the inside goes, no, wasn't enough. And oh, yellow flags. Is it at the front? Yes, it is. Oh, never mind. It's a miracle car. Thankfully, this time he's going off the track and not messing around with the guys, the other guys. But then you can see there the championship hopes for these 3 guys, Sepp Plebs especially, might be going down, might be gone in smokes. But still, it's only just the start of the race. There could be some little bit of moments at the front. We don't know. But here we go. Mitch Johnson side by side with his teammate. Nope, wasn't enough. He didn't have enough slipstream. It's gonna turn from round the outside to down the inside into Parabolica. Threads the needle there. Side by side with his teammate, still alongside each other, round off the Parabolica. That's going to give a little bit of chance there for Henry Japround. Zorbajan, fastest lap, 1:28.957. Side by side again, Mitch Johnson looks on the inside of the Rettifilio chicane. No, wasn't enough. Here you see down the inside there is Flanger Wilson up into 8th place. Not yet. Dobrzajevic fights back. Side by side again, but you can see Sen and Kaya looking to take 11th place away from Tim Anderson. And it's side by side into the Curva Grande. It's just amazing racing now. And you can see Walter Wagner just right behind him. No, Dobrzajevic is still on the outside. Flanger Wilson comes back at him. She up into 8th place. Takes a go, and she can now catch up to the other guys. Whoa! A little bit of big tank slapper there for Wilson, and then Wagner looks to have a chance there on the Lesmo 1, but wasn't enough. All the other guys, there he goes now. Brown down the inside of Mitch Johnson. Could be crucial if he could do it. No, still stays behind. And you can see Witt just being right behind Pilch now. Pilch has a look down the inside of Parabolica again. Side by side now. Pilch is going to stay in front though. But here's the thing. Witt has a slipstream up back again. Switch back into the straight. 3 wide, you can see on the background of your screen. Down the inside goes Witt on the inside of Rettifilio. Now round the outside, Pilch holds on, but Vit has the inside lane advantage on the curve and Grande. It's gonna be a little bit tough here if you're gonna go into the Roger chicane. They're still alongside here. Down the inside he goes. Vit has he's sliding all over the place here, but now he goes into on the inside of Pilch once again. It's still side by side into Lesmo 1, takes it, still defends for third place for Simon Vit. Whoa. But now he's gonna be even more pressure now, because two Saubers, they're alongside each other, and they might even make it a 3 wide here into the Ascari chicane. Here it goes. Vit still in front of Mitch Johnson. Mitch Johnson already overtakes his teammate Prem and Pilch. Now Brown is only 6 faster, than he just watching the chaos unfolding in front of him. But there you can see on the back there's a Mercedes, and let's have a look at the back with you. Oh, Luca Farina down inside on the 14 of Brown. I think he's gonna take it away. And Pedro Jean even set a faster lap time there, 128.652. And look at all these fights at the line there. Bivona up until 10th place after starting 13th. And you can see this battling 3 wide again into the Rettifilio chicane. Oh, I think Anderson's gonna take it. Yes, 2 cars move into the 1 corner. What a move, man. And then you can see also Tuamela and Senenkaya fighting position. Adia Bacchus literally gains 5 position now after starting last. And then you could see now it's gonna be another 3 wide, isn't it? Bivona looks on the outside, but then backs on the inside of Roger chicane. No. Back to the pack itself, and then Adia Bacchus up into 14th now. But yeah, they're low on fuel though, so they're gonna have to pit sooner or later. Dobro Zavjevic drops 5 positions after starting 6th. And there he goes now. Bivona has a slipstream to go for it again. No, still not yet. Look at that, 3 wide on the back again. Almost 3 wide momentarily. It's not 3 wide into the Ascari chicane. Oh. A lot of racing so far. Makes contact. Matthew Falcon and Noah Tomella. I don't know why they have the same helmet though. And you can see Dylan Hope on the brink of it. And here he goes to Matthew Falcon down the inside once again on Noah Tomella. They're still alongside each other. The teammates battle each other again. And then you could see Ankaya and Dorobo Zavjevic and Bivona. He's gonna try to pick a 3 wide once again into the Rettifilio chicane. And it is 3 wide, but then Bivona push Dorobo Zavjevic to get in front. And he takes a position of himself as well on Bacchus. But Bacchus 7 positions up, making up a lot of ground there for the Mercedes driver. But you can see back at the front here, Vit is going to the pit lane. Mitch Johnson doesn't yet. Bremer Bilch going to the pit lane. Luca Farina also in the pit lane, going to the pit lane as well. Flondra Wilson might take a chance. 2 cars move? No. On Lesmo 2. She thought she had a moment there, but no. But I think she's gonna overtake Bremer Bilch on this corner. And then you could see now Mitch Johnson just trying to overtake Simon Vit on the Ascari chicane. But it wasn't quite enough. Flondra Wilson now up to 6th place. Here he goes, Mitch Johnson alongside Simon Vit. Vit's trying to defend his position until he's gonna go into the pit lane. Still alongside each other though, and there he goes, Vit swiping in front of Mitch Johnson going to the pit lane. There you can see Pedro Jean, Blackwood, and then Vit into the pit lane. Johnson meanwhile gets the fastest lap as well, 128.271. Because Adia Bacchus alongside Bivona. I think he's going to try to go for a move. Oh, he made contact. That was meant to be, I think. Pedro Jean comes up in front, Blackwood as well. Vit in 13th. And then you could see Prem and Pilch just come out behind. And then you could see Sepp Plebs. Oh. He's out of field. So he will pit anytime later, I think maybe in the next lap. But then you can see Mitch Johnson leading away, Luca Farina in second, Flondre Wilson in third, and then Brown in fourth place. Walter Wagner, he's going to the pit as well. The rest of the guys are in the pit lane, but Backers staying out for one more lap. You got to be careful with the fuel, man. If you want to get to overcut to everyone, so you have to be careful with the strategy here. But seems like Backers, he's just trying and trying. If he would have come back, and you could see there Azerbaijan on the background of your screen, just coming out of the Ascari chicane. There he goes, the other guys into the pit lane. Backers, hopefully he has enough fuel to make it around to take into the pit lane. The pit lane time hit in this circuit is not really that much compared to the other tracks, so it could be the chance for him if he wants to overcut anyone. But hopefully he doesn't gonna have a few strategy problem there. Oh my goodness me, everyone just sliding over the place. Livin Pasalic, fastest lap time, and now you can see he has to pit in this lap. Oh, Pasalic tried around the outside. What a beautiful move there on Flondre Wilson. Wilson now has to fight against Prem and Pilch. Wilson, she's alongside him, and now she might get a little bit of slipstream help there from the Force India. But oh, Pilch, he just way further now, and I think he's gonna took 8th place. Yes, he did. It's gonna be stuck. I told you, Backers, that was not going to be a good idea for staying out for one more lap. And yep, he decided to stay out, not knowing that he's going to run out of fuel in this Lesmo 1. Such a shame there. He should have gone safe here, but it's still... Ugh. He's probably really gutted there. Yep, the first retirement because of the fuel strategy. Should have come in there, and then see Prem and Pilch still trying to overtake Livin Pasalic. And Pilch now, here he goes. On the outside on Livin Pasalic now, round the outside, makes contact, and that might give a little bit of chance there for Flondre Wilson to get a slipstream, and maybe could make the move stick. And here she goes on the slipstream, very, very high speed there, down the inside on Rettifilio chicane now, down the inside she goes. I think she might make it. No, Pilch still alongside her, but Wilson had the better traction coming off of the turn 2. Goes it off into 5th place. Farina, meanwhile, he's still in 7th place now, 5 positions up. The Backers, man, so disappointed for him. You can see alongside each other there, the Manor, they're still alongside each other. Matthew Falcon just in front of Noah Tormella, but then you can see Dylan Hope's now going to try that down the inside into Lesmo 1. I think he's going to make the move done. No, not yet. They're still alongside each other. Tormella still in front of him into Lesmo 2. Tormella still hangs on. Dylan Hope now just on right behind now. He's going to look on the inside, but you can see on the back there's Sid Nkaya and Walter Wagner. They're still battling each other. Now into the Ascari chicane. Ooh, still really close on each other. Still really close there, but you can see on the front here, Flondre Wilson now is going to be under attack by Prem and Pilch, but Pilch also has to watch out for Luca Farina as well, because since he has slipstream from him. And there he goes now, Pilch. That's a slipstream. He looks on the outside, but then he comes back on the inside. Now Brown also looks on the inside of Farina as well. Pilch on the inside now. It's now turned back on the outside. Florence Wilson still managed to hang on, but there you can see Luca Farina is really close on the rear wing there on Freeman Pilch. I think he's gonna look on the outside. No, he still doesn't have enough speed to go for it. What about this corner now? And you could see a little bit bump there from Henry Chaprand. Still, they're doing fine there, and then you can see halfway through the race now for the Italian Grand Prix. Witt still in third. He's well ahead of Mitch Johnson, but still, Sepp Plebs, meanwhile, he's having a horrid time there, trying to make up some grounds. But if the strategy struck, that means Mitch Johnson could still be in danger if they messed up the fuel strategy. Farina is now being overtaken by Henry Chaprand now, and I think he's gonna try to re-overtake on the outside of Parabolica. Very bold move there. Round the outside he goes. Was it gonna be enough? He has a little bit more traction there for Brown, and he comes back on the inside once again for Luca Farina alongside each other. You could see Prem and Pilch. I think he's probably in front of Flunger Wilson. Yes, Flunger Wilson, he tried to cut back, maybe breaks a little bit too late there for Prem Pilch, and alongside each other there, Luca Farina, and it's still alongside each other, coming off the Rectifilia chicane. Farina now still back in front of Henry Chaprand, but then Tim Anderson has a look there round the outside. But I don't think he has enough slipstream, but you can see Wilson round the outside she goes. No, still wasn't enough. Amazing racing so far there. You can see Matthew Falcon in 11th place. Now Zlatko down the inside of Ferrari. Oh boy, so close to make an overtake. Wasn't enough still for Drobo Zaljevic. Setting Kaya in 14th place. Let's see if he could salvage any position for them after Adia Bakker's disappointing retirement because of the fuel strategy. Still, here he goes, and Kaya. Let's have on board with him. He's currently out of the championship hunt as we've seen, but yeah, he still has a shot there. Here he goes, trying to go down the inside. He has a look. Nope, wasn't enough. But you can see the Manners in front of him, battling each other, and that might give a little bit of room there for these two guys, Denhope and Kaya. And now Kaya has a big slipstream there coming off this front stretch, and now he's round the outside, but then it's gonna turn onto the inside. So he already plans for that. Here he goes down the inside, round the outside into Rectifilia chicane. Now back to the inside. A little bit of a tank slapper, but still, Hope's still in front of him, and he has to break off as well. But Matthew Falcon, they're still on the side. He's just fighting his teammate for dear life there. And now here we go, Zlatko round the outside. Now it's gonna turn to the inside on a Roger chicane. Nope, still wasn't enough. Blocks the room there for Walter Wagner. But here we go, back at the front. It's really calm at the top three at the front, which that means Azerbaijan, he's doing really good for the Tifosi that are coming here at the circuit. He's currently sitting 4th in the standings, which means if he scores a win here, that means he will get 25 points, which that means it will be 102 points. But Mitch Johnson is currently in 4th right now, so he would get 12 point deficit, and that would make up a lot of things there if he wants to go even further than that. But you can see now Flunger Wilson trying to go down the entire once again on Rectifilia chicane. It's all going off there. Prem Pilch is holding on for dear life, trying to not make her going on attack on Mitch Johnson. But here goes Flunger Wilson round the outside. She goes on to the Curva Grande. Once again, she tried on Roger chicane. No, wasn't enough. Still. Meanwhile, Tim Anderson still in 7th place. Luca Farina still hanging on there for 8th place. And then Arcatini Bivona, the Italian driver, And also, the other Italian driver here, he's doing okay-ish in terms of the position, but he's still in a points scoring position as well. There he goes now. Fletcher Wilson down the inside again on a Scar chicane. Can she go it through now this time? I think she might have done it. Yes, she does, but she's still alongside Prem and Filch here. It's gonna be a long battle away from home here for both these drivers. Now Wilson has the edge on in front onto the Parabolica. Now she goes up into 5th place. Now has a little bit of room, but she has to watch out for Prem and Filch because he is on a slipstream, but he's pitting this lap, which that means that might halt the attack a little bit. And now Tim Anderson out of nowhere down the inside on the Rettifilio chicane, still couldn't go for it. And I think he has a slipstream to go for it now around the outside of Curva Grande. Oh, and there he goes. Down the inside, goes up to 6th place. And now Bivona around the outside of Roger chicane. So alongside, he makes the move done. Now to let's move on, clears it out into 9th place. Now he has to catch up on the other Italian driver there, Licufrina, on 8th place. And now we go to Zorbajan, Jafari Blackwood, and Simon Vitt all pitting in this lap. Mitch Johnson, meanwhile, not pitting yet. If he's not going to pit another lap, I would assume that he might be in the same scenario as Adia Baggers earlier on in the race. Lap 15 right now. It's now lap 16 now. Blackwood, Pedrojan, and Vitt into the pits. But Johnson, let's see if he's going to pit in this lap or next lap. He's pitting in this lap, so he's playing safe. Flonja Wilson, meanwhile, she also going to pit next lap. And there he goes now. Pedrojan just coming out of the pit lane. But he has to be a little bit careful here, because there you can see Noel Termela just right behind him, and it could be a little problem here. No, there's a contact we're seeing there, and there goes Watner just down the inside on Dorobu Zajevic. He's now up to 10th place. But here we go now. Didi Bivona just on behind Henry Jack Brown. He's not trying to overtake or anything, but if he could, then yeah, I think maybe a little bit of waste of time. But here we go, Mitch Johnson. Could he come out in front of Zorbajan or any guys in front? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But it gets really slow there on a Scary chicane. Same goes with Flonja Wilson. But she's trying to gain on Mitch Johnson during this pit stop. There you can see. Look at the timing there. 8 seconds now down, really down, and then up back into 9 seconds region. And here he goes, Mitch Johnson into the pit lane. Hopefully he doesn't gonna get any of the traffic jam coming into the pit lane. But here he goes, Mitch Johnson. If he would have come out very late on the pit lane, which that means he could really be trouble there. And here we go, Flondra Wilson into the pit lane. She goes, and he's gonna be held up by quite a lot of few drivers here. For Mitch Johnson, this is quite a disaster for him, and he's gonna drop back to a couple of places there. Flondra Wilson, yeah, she's a lot closer now on Mitch Johnson as she was before. And here he goes now. Here he goes, Panos Glazos coming around up. Here he goes around the outside. I think he's gonna hold up Mitch Johnson for Flonja Wilson to overtake him. Now, a little bit of game planning here, and you could see that the other guys were coming out of the pit lane. Bivona dropped to 12th. Here he goes, Mitch Johnson trying to go down inside into the Roger chicane. No, still couldn't overtake Panos Glazos. This could be Flondre's chance. Maybe. This could be Flondre's chance now. She can catch up to Mitch Johnson even closer now. You could see there, the gap is going down to only about half a second now. But then you see back on the front though, Pedrojan still in front. Wagner in third, but he has to pit in this lap. Same goes with Sepp Plebs. Could be running fifth momentarily, but has to pit anyways. I think he would drop back to, I think probably a last place. But you could see there, Mitch Johnson's still trying to use the slipstream for Panos Glazos, but I don't think that might be enough. But there you can see now. Here we go, Flondra Wilson, 6/10 of a gap. This is quite crucial there. There is Panos Glazos into the pit lane. Here we go, and here we goes Flondra Wilson. She might make up some grounds here. She has enough slipstream. Look at the speed of that Lotus. Now down the inside into Rettifilio chicane. Here she goes down the inside. Makes the move done. Not yet. Mitch Johnson fights back into turn 2. Now down into the Curva Grande. Wilson has the edge in front of Mitch Johnson. Johnson still on behind. And here you can see Prem Pilch. Also, this is literally quite a deja vu moment here, back at the lap 1 of a race for Flondra Wilson, but she has to defend them out anyways, for both of the Sauber drivers, because I think arguably they are the most dominant pairs as of right now in IWTR, because in the first season, the Sauber team, as they know as Simtech Maranello, they win the Constructor Championship. But now here we goes now. Well, Mitch Johnson down the inside on the Vascari chicane. Wilson trying to block there, but Mitch Johnson has the edge in front. Wilson comes back at him. And it is on now. 3 wide. Coming down into the straight. Wilson being sandwiched by the Sauber driver. Wilson managed to break up 1. And now out to the Parabolica, she's still alongside Mitch Johnson, and Pilch, he has a lot of slipstream here to go for. Oh, he backs out. Wilson gets on a little bit more slipstream to go for it on the inside into Rettifilio chicane, round 2 once again. Wilson on the outside. Johnson has more traction, but then here he goes. Oh, Wilson backs it out. Wilson backs out a little bit, but I think she's got to be prepared for. She knows I think she knows what she is trying to do. She's trying to take the slipstream on the straight line. She don't want to be battled. She wants to wait until a couple of laps left, which we only have 3 laps to go here in the Italian Grand Prix. And then you could see Zorik Petrojan, and then you could see Blackwood, and Vitt, he's just way further behind in 3rd place. But then you can see now Wilson, he's really close. Oh, Pilch, he's trying to overtake Flondra Wilson here, but Wilson, man. Because she has a slipstream now. She has a slipstream on Mitch Johnson. It's going to be a little bit crucial here, because Prem Pilch is trying to go on the inside here into the Parabolica, sending it into Parabolica. And now they're going to be alongside each other. They're going to waste that much time, because Flondra Wilson couldn't catch up to the other Sauber driver. But now she has to fight against this Sauber driver, Prem Pilch. She has to get on the slipstream here, and it goes right down the inside on the Rettifilio chicane. I think she might got enough. Yes, she does. She's still staying in front of Prem and Pilch. And now you can see the Toro Rosso behind him. This could be on as well. Ooh. And there we goes. Pilch backs it on again down the inside. But wasn't enough. And you can see Farina on the brink of the 6th place as well. But then back on the back there, you could see Noah Turmella make a move on Henry Jack Brown, dropping back out to the points. Wagner goes into 12th. And Tim Anderson now into 14th place. Then Kaya in 15th. Zlatko in 16th. And then there is Sepp Plebs, the championship leader, trying to make up some grounds here. But he's still alongside each other there. You can see Zuripijan. He is on the final lap of the race. But there you can see Pilch holding on his dear life to make his teammates getting as much points as possible for the championship hunt. But you can see Flondra Wilson. She's trying to do the replicate Prem and Pilch move. But no, it wasn't enough. She's waiting until she's trying to win, buying her time. But if she's buying a little bit too much time, I think she might be going to being overtaken there by Luca Farina, as we're seeing here. Now it's a final lap of the race. Florence Wilson sending it down the inside once again on the Sauber on the final lap. She goes into 5th. Move really clean there for the Lotus driver. Wow, now she is the only female driver on the grid right now after Zaza Cohen Jr. But now let's see if she could hold on to 5th place at the front. But you can see on the battle right behind there, Brown retakes P10, and then on the back, and you can see Plebs still looking a move on Dobro Zarjevic. But now we'll see back at the front though, you can see Zor Petrosyan now rounds the final corner. The fan sounds a little bit low, but Zor Petrosyan doing for the Tifosi. He wins the Italian Grand Prix on the team's home soil in Italy. Jafari Blackwood, very decent performance there for the rookie driver. Now here he goes, Wilson down the inside on Prem and Pilch. They're alongside each other, but is it going to be enough? Not yet, but she has a slipstream, but it's not going to be enough. Pilch will stay in 5th place. Wilson has to settle for 6th place. And you can see side by side to the line for the final points. Noah Tuamela just pinch it by only just 0.044 milliseconds. Actually seconds, by the way. It's only 44 milliseconds off from the points there for Tuamela. He will get the final points. And Simon Witt, very happy moment for him. He's back on the podium. Man, Simon Witt's last podium, it was back when he was with the senior team, Red Bull. But now he's scored podium on the sister team now. So, wow. And then Mitch Johnson carries on into 4th place. Fremen Pilch into 5th place, and you can see Wilson has to settle for 6th place. But then, man, Luca Farina had a moment there, but it wasn't quite enough. Akati Bivona as well. Matthew Falcon also finished 9th. Bivona will finish 8th. Tuamela just about to pinch it for Henry Jack Brown. Brown will miss out on the points there. Walter Wagner 12th place, not a decent points for it. Not a really decent position to be in, but then you can see Dylan Hope at 13, 2 positions up. Tim Anderson 3 positions down from his starting spot. Zane Ngaya, he would have been fair to stay in that position had he not, had his teammate not been in the worst position. That is few strategy problems there. So Dobro Zarjevic also not doing really well. But Sepp Plebs, the most disappointed one of them all, he could have gone to the front, but he broke the wing at the start of the race into the Reftifilia chicane. And then say goes to Livin Passati and Panos Glazos. They all broke their front wings at the start of the race. And then Adia Baga is the only retirement of the race because of the few strategy problems there. But man, Azerbaijan, your winner of the Italian Grand Prix. The Tifosi will definitely love it, and now he's out in the title hunt now. He's now officially back at the title hunt. Oh boy. But yeah, that is it. What a race! What a race at Italy that was for the fans there, for Scuderia Ferrari winning at their home soil. That is unbelievable. The Tifosis will definitely love that moment there. And then, wow. And that is it for the Italian Grand Prix here at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. Now here it goes. This is the Drivers' Championship update. That was round 10. This is round 11. You can see everything is now wide open here. Mitch Johnson retakes the lead of the championship, which is only 2 points separating him and Sepp. Azerbaijan with that win moves him up to third place. Prem and Pilch with that helped to Mitch Johnson, and it propels him up to fourth in the standings as well with 10 points. And then Argentino Bivona score points as well. He's shut down in 5th place. Panos Glazos and Lippin Pasale, they didn't change any position, but they've been gone down as well. But for Lippin Pasale, I mean, Simon Vitt scores a podium. And you could also see that Tim Aronson doesn't score any points. He's just about to pinch it on the championship hunt. You could also see Luca Farina as well. But also, Norto Mena, Walter Blackner, Fonja Wilson, Henry Chad Brown, Adia Baggis, Jafari Blackwood, Matthew Falcon, and Dylan Hope. They all been knocked out from the championship hunt. And now with also the Constructors' Championship also still in play as well. You could see Sauber retakes the Constructors' Championship lead as well. But they're only taken by 16 points in front of Red Bull. But you would see McLaren and Scuderia Ferrari, they are only 1 point separating each other there into the 4th place. But then you could also, in the midfield, there is Scuderia Toro Rosso, and then you also have Force India and Lotus. They're all pretty close to each other. They're only just 7 teams left to duke it out on a championship for the Constructors. Next round, we're heading to Japan, the land of the rising sun. We will be there for the Japanese Grand Prix at the Suzuka Circuit. That one is the historical track, another historical track there for Japan. We will see what actions will that race brings us, but for now, it is quite a historical moment there. Azerbaijan winning at the team's home soil. Once again, that is it for this broadcast. So, if you like this kind of content and wanted to see more of these, make sure to subscribe to the International World Tour Racing channel. You can give a like, share or subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any of these contents that will be coming at you in the future. And if you'd like to join this league, I'll put the Discord link in the description below. And that's it from me today. I've been Pauser, your host and your commentator, signing off for today. Goodbye.